And Maven, I want to start with you. I mean, look, I know there's a lot of misinterpretations of what vampire culture is like, and like what Dr. Ramsland just said, I guess typically it's not like violent in the sense of killing people and that kind of thing. Do you identify actually as a vampire, Maven?
I do, yes. And actually, I agree for the most part about what Catherine Ramsland has said.
So what does it mean? I mean, you hear that there's 5,000 estimated right now, I think, in America. What does it mean to be a vampire?
It means something different to everybody. I can list a few broad topics here. Oh, look here, there I am. Okay, so you have different types of feeders. You have different types of beliefs. You have sanguine feeders. You have psychic feeders. You have sexual feeders. You also have people who, like myself, are into the philosophy of being a vampire. That's a whole bag of whatever there right there. There's people who are use it as part of their religious practices. There are people who are role players. There are people who just like to, go on the weekend and dress up.
Does it have to do with, I mean, like, I just think of the movies and, pop culture. That's basically what I know about it. I mean, does it all have to do with blood?
I think that's the most boring topic, to be honest. It's just like when people say, hey, do you drink blood? It's the first thing you ask. And I was like, I've done all these things in my life. I've been all these places. You want to know what I have for breakfast? Yeah.
Right. Well, I mean, but look, people are curious. I mean, I hate to fall into that trap, but I am curious. That's the first thing you think of, though. When you, I mean, do you drink blood? Is that just part of being a vampire?
I'm a sexual feeder. No, I'm a sexual feeder.
Okay, a sexual feeder. Okay, I won't go down that road. We got to
we got to keep it PG, right?
We got to keep it PG, but I think people can, I guess, put two and two together there. Pixie, what brought you into the lifestyle? Do you also identify as a vampire?
I don't identify as a vampire. I identify more as fae. Generally, I came into the vampire scene. It was like my friends were goth, heavy metal people, and we all orbited around each other. It was like, it didn't matter. Some people wore fangs, some people wore super spiked hair, some people were just different. This was, for me, it was early 2010s when I was around people. From what I understand, it was like, it's interesting because I never actually asked any of my vampire friends if they drank blood. I would ask.
Because you knew better.
No, I would ask, how did you get your fangs? That was my. I've had people. Yes.
So you actually make the fangs, Maven, right? I mean, is that what you do for a living?
That's right. I'm a fangsmith.
And how do you do it?
I take a mold of someone's teeth. I use real dental acrylic. I pop the mold off, shave it down, polish it, and pretty much that's it. I mean, that's the basic gist of it.
So what do you make? I mean, for both of you, what do you make? There's this Netflix doc coming out. There's obviously something went down in Dayton, Ohio, with the man losing his life, and there was the goth club. What do you make? I mean, have you guys done any research into it? Is this something that?
Yeah, I read about it.
What do you think?
My reaction is, here we go again. So I was around when the whole Rod Ferrell thing happened. Are you familiar with that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Rod Ferrell was someone who had become obsessed with vampire role-playing and then brought it into real life and then became a murderer. I honestly feel like a lot of times when these things happen, that the spooky crowd gets the rap for it, And in my personal opinion, I think these people are closet psychos and they attach themselves to something that they think fits their MO. So I can't personally speak about what happened in Ohio, but I can tell you that is not my experience. The violence that ensued is nothing that I am used to. I see a lot of arguing online, but no.
I've never actually heard anyone beheading someone during a ritual unless it was more pagan roots.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong. I've interacted with at least 3 cults They're out there, but they're not chopping heads.
So you mean, is it cults within the vampire community?
Yes.
In and around. There's some cults that actually sort of like are on the fringe ends of it, but not directly inside it.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.